I remember that day in 2017, I was walking on the street, I received a call about the admission list being out. Then I decided to, check my phone. I checked, it was true. Then I saw congratulations, you've been offered admission. I was very, very, very happy. Only for me to look again and I discovered that it wasn't the course I had applied for. I was so disappointed. I felt like I'm just going to reject this admission. But there's something within me told me that, push on. This is something that you can overcome.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Studentship YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the processes on how you can change from one department to another. Like many students, you get admission to a course that is not your choice, but you want to do something different. I want to tell you that in this video, it is very, very possible. Because like you, when I got admission into the university, I was admitted to study animal and environmental biology, but at the end of the day I was able to transfer to medical laboratory sciences. So whatever department you find yourself in university, it is possible to do this change of course and transfer to the department of your choice. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel. So there are two ways you can transfer to another department. One is the inter-faculty transfer and the intra-departmental transfer. So let's say, for example, you are admitted into accountancy. Accountancy is a department that is usually under business administration. So it is possible to transfer from accountancy to business management. So because those are like in the same faculty, this kind of transfer is very, very easy because you are just transferring from one department to another department. Now there's what we call the inter-faculty transfer, like you're trying to transfer from one faculty to another. So you're in the faculty of basic medical sciences and you're trying to transfer to medicine and surgery. That is a kind of inter-faculty transfer. This kind of transfer is more demanding because you are trying to transfer from one faculty to another. But at the end of the day, these are all possible because transferring from one faculty to another faculty or from one department to another department is very possible in university. Now, there are some certain requirements you need, to be able to transfer to another faculty. Number one is your O-level subject combination. So the department you want to transfer to, you must have the required O-level subject combination for that department. If not, that transfer will not be successful. Now, your JAMB subject combination is not necessary here because you've already gotten admission into the university, so that is not necessary here. Now, another important requirement is your CGPA. You see, one criteria that will determine your successful transfer to the department of your choice is your first year CGPA. As you know, most of these courses that students want to transfer to, they are usually professional and lucrative courses. So there's usually competition. So for you to be able to transfer to this department, you must have an added advantage. And what is this advantage? This advantage is you having a high CGPA. In fact, if it's possible, make sure you get about 5.0 as your CGPA in your first year result, because this will now increase your chances of transferring to your department of choice. Now, number two is the courses. Now, because you're in a different department, it means that the department you want to transfer to, there are certain courses that students in that department take in their first year. So you must be able to find out those courses. So if in your department you don't offer, let's say, FVS 101, but you want to transfer to, let's say, architecture, and architecture students, they offer FVS 101, you must register for FVS 101. So it's not just about registering. You register for the course, then make sure that you attend lectures and sit for the exam. So every department you are transferring to, you must take all the required courses. So you ask yourself, how can you know the required courses? Well, you need to find out from the students in that department. Now, another challenge you might encounter doing a change of course is your own department. So you need to speak with your course advisor. Tell your course advisor that you intend to change to a different department, and they are going to tell you, because there are some HODs in some departments that would not really want to allow students, because nobody wants to lose their students, especially their best students. Like I said, you are getting a high CGPA of about 5.0. No HOD will want to lose such kind of students. So make sure you speak to your course advisor, to know the possibility of you transferring to the department of your choice. Now, it's not just about inquiring from your course advisor or your HOD. You must also find out from the department you want to transfer to, because there are some departments that don't accept transfer students based on some certain regulations. For example, in Central University, the Department of Nursing Sciences do not usually accept students for transfer because they only want to take students from, direct entry, students that attended School of Nursing. It's just like an example. It doesn't mean that the Department of Nursing does not accept transfer students. So you have to find out from that department, whether or not they accept transfer students. Okay, now let me be sincere with you about this change of course. Sometimes your CGPA might not be, adequate enough. There are certain requirements, there are certain things you need to do. Sometimes it might involve some financial obligations. So, but it's left for you to really find out from other students. What I'm saying here is that try to find students. Let's say you want to transfer to medicine and surgery. Look for students in the faculty of medical sciences, like students who you're able to transfer from your current department to medicine and surgery. By the time you are able to ask them, try to make them tell you the main fact so that you'll be able to know some extra requirement, because sometimes this change of course is specific for some school, so it's not like but it's general. So just make sure that you are able to speak with somebody that has done the change of course successfully, so that they can tell you what you need to do. So this is one thing that is very necessary. The last thing you must do is to actually buy the change of course form, because without buying the change of course form, it will not be possible for you to do any change. So in most universities, the application is usually online or manual registration, but usually you have to pick the form from the registrar's office of your university. So after picking this form, you make sure you fill it and submit it to the appropriate authority. And the cost for this form varies according to university. Some universities can be 10,000, so it can be 50,000, it can be 100,000. But at the end of the day, you have to purchase this form. So when you purchase this form, make sure you submit it to the appropriate authority and follow every instructions that is required. Changing course from one faculty or from one department to another, there is no 100% assurance. So one advice I usually give to students is to have a kind of backup plan. So you are trying to change your course in your 100 level. It is still advisable for you to pick the JAMB form, because that would be a wise thing to do, so that in case that change of course does not work, then you can get into your desired department through JAMB. And one thing is, you already have an advantage, because being a first year student in the department, we help you in your JAMB examination, because first year is usually like a repetition of what you did in secondary school. It's very similar to the the syllabus in the JAMB. So as a university student, you'll be able to prepare more adequately for your JAMB examination to get a high score to study your dream course. So taking a JAMB form is one advice I will give to you. Now, lastly in this video, I want to talk about those that are probably in 300 level, in 400 level. They want to ask, is it possible for them to transfer? Because I've been talking about first year students since the beginning of this video. Yes, it is possible. It's possible to transfer from 300 level to your your dream department. It's very, very possible. But then usually you have to step down, because even though you're in 400 level and you successfully transfer to your preferred department, you have to step down to maybe like 400 level and take the required courses you need to take. So it is very, very possible. So these are some of the advice and tips I can give to you as a student who wants to transfer from one faculty to another. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel. For now, bye bye.